Go to this computer. So this is the study guide that will help you as the final test. So what I did is basically I took all the questions from chapter 1 through 19 and grabbed 2 to 3 questions from every single chapter and then put them together all into one. So on the final exam, there will be 50 questions. 5 are extra credits and the other 45 are the actual questions which you have to answer. So chapter 16, 17, 18, and 19, from those chapters, I just took one question from those chapters. So chapter 16, 1, 17, 1, I think 18, 1, and then 19, 2 probably. So those are extra questions, but we will go over them, the questions and the answers, so you guys will have it. It will be easier for you guys to pass. So this is from chapter 1. Question, chapter 1. Approximately what percentage of crashes are caused by driver's error? 90%? You guys agree? Okay. Yep, it is 90%. That is correct. So when you see the test, if somebody selects 67, 50%, you know how I will feel. Drivers should develop the habits of searching seconds ahead along their intended path of travel for objects and conditions that could increase risk. C, D. I need to get some consensus. What do you guys think, those who are on Zoom, what do you guys think is the answer?
I think it's a D.
I think it's D too, yeah. Well, okay.
So the answer is D. Number 3. A teen driver's chance of crashing is higher when driving. What do you guys think?
What do you mean alpha?
Between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m.?
Yes. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. Question 4. Approximately how long does it take a new driver to reach the driving ability? 5 years?
Yeah.
That is correct.
So far I got one wrong. Okay. I'll count how many we got.
Last question for chapter 1. Primary factors involved in teen crashes include
All the above.
all the above. So let's go see how easy the test is. So now we're gonna move on to chapter 2. How often should the pre-driving checks identified for approaching the vehicles and checking the outside of the vehicles be performed?
C. Yeah, C.
You guys agree? Every time you drive. Yes, that is correct. Question 2, when approaching your vehicle parked at the curb, you should. This is a little bit tricky.
B.
B?
Wait, of course it does. That's D. B. Okay, I said
That is correct.
I was actually, I did it 3 times. Keep getting it wrong. C.
Well, first, let's read the question first.
Oh, it's C. Which of these hand positions allow for the best control when turning the steering wheel? C.
So basically, where do you need to hold the steering wheel?
Like that. Where the T is.
Between 9 and 3.
My dad says 10 too, though.
No, 9 and 3 or 8 and 4. But when you turn, usually your hands are hands over hands, so your hands are not just staying in one position. You're constantly moving when you're turning your hands. Question 4. In a vehicle equipped with a driver's side airbag, sitting closer than blank inches from the steering wheel increases the risk of arm, neck, and facial injuries.
Well,
No, wait, let's think about it. I think it's
So
B.
basically, a hint is the closer you sit, the dangerous it is.
So B.
So the answer is A. The closer you sit, the danger it is. So sitting closer than 10-inch,
Pieces. Oh.
yeah. Last question for chapter 2. The top of the head restraint should be adjusted to a point.
A. Slightly above your ears. Above, yeah, above your ears. Below your ears. Above your ears. Where it is. I remember. I think it's like at the. I think it's A. Like above your ears or.
All right, let's
Right here though.
let's find out.
A. A. Yeah. Above your ears.
So far you got 3 wrong,
Yeah. So
and we're only in chapter 2. That's no good. Chapter 3. To allow enough distance to stop when responding to a hazardous object or a condition, you should identify a planned path of travel
C.
seconds ahead.
C. B. This number confused me. Like the other ones too. Like okay, C. I think. No, it can't be C. C was last. B. Yeah.
A,
A. No, it's B.
Those on Zoom, what do you guys think the answer is?
It can't be.
What did you say? B? 5 questions. The answer is C. Question number 2 on chapter 3. Blank provides less traction than when driving on concrete.
B, gravel.
B or D?
I say no, it's D. Concrete's the best thing to drive on, everything else.
I think it's all of. Oh yeah, I said it, all of them.
All the above is the correct answer. If a vehicle's speed doubles, example from 20 to 40 miles per hour,
D.
the distance needed to stop the vehicle increases by
C. Or second.
by 4 times. That is correct. Question 4. When braking hard, the weight of the vehicles noticeably shifts.
B, yeah. B
Right.
to the front of the car. Where does it say front? Oh, B, yeah.
B to the front of the car is the correct answer.
It's like, we have these questions.
The last questions for chapter 3 is when turning to the right, the contact patch of the blank increases in size. You agree?
I said tire. Increase.
What is the answer?
What's the question? Yeah, what turning light, right?
The question is right in front of you.
Let's see. Increase, oh. Left side.
What's the answer?
The increase, so the higher. No,
C.
increase, the increase is down, okay, left side.
So the correct answer is D.
Increase doesn't feel like.
Goes up.
Okay.
Chapter 4 questions. When starting the engine, you should release the key or start button when?
D.
Yeah, D.
D? That was easy. Yes. When backing straight or to the right, what should you do?
Wait, let me read all of them. D.
D.
The 12 o'clock. D. Got it.
You guys agree? D?
Yes.
Yes, it is correct.
single time all of you have to-
Yeah. Acceleration is used to maintain a slow forward motion or allow speed to increase gradually within a minimum weight shift. B. That is correct. Light. Total stopping distance is made up of what?
D, all of them.
D, all the above. So if you guys choose D, almost everything, you might be 50-50. Blank.
Don't mix them up.
Braking is used to smoothly and gradually reduce brake pedal pressure at the end of braking maneuver, helping avoid abrupt weight transfer when turning at intersection or into a curve.
D. You have to cover the point. It's not D?
A.
Let's read the question again.
Not D?
Mm-mm.
Not D, okay. Is it A? Yeah.
Yep, the answer is a trail.
Thanks.
Did I skip anything?
D.
No, yep, okay. So now we're in chapter 5.
D.
Traffic control devices communicate meaning using what?
D. D.
D, all the above, that is correct. Question 2, railroad advance warning signs are,
C. B. 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 It's not black and white. It is, it's B.
It's black and white when you're at the railroad.
So
I
is it
believe
C?
it's yellow and round, D.
Yellow and round? Oh, yeah, it is round, yeah. Oh.
yep, D, so
The one at the
yellow
railroad is
and
black white,
round.
the one before it is, you know, round.
Oh, it warns you to,
Yeah.
tell you that it's up ahead.
So when you get
An
there-
odd number interstate with a single or double digit number indicates a route that,
C.
Wait, what? An odd number? I don't get it. What does that mean? I don't get it.
you guys don't get it, I don't get it, so I don't put this on the test. But the answer is runs north and south. So I don't put a question that is a little bit tricky.
Was it a trick?
It was, I mean, the way the word is just kind of confusing. So anything that's confusing is out of the test. A solid yellow center line on your side of the road means,
You may not pass. A.
you guys agree with her?
Yeah, you may not pass. C. Oh, no, it's A. It's A. You may pass.
A.
Okay, B. Solid yellow, you can't pass. Oh, you may not pass.
You may not pass at all. So solid yellow line, no passing is allowed.
Oh, good question.
Yeah, this is one of those questions that you might actually find them in the knowledge test also.
Yeah. You can't pass.
Solid white lines are used for what?
D. Yeah. D.
Yep,
Yeah, D.
yep, there is D. Chapter 6 questions. A driver license is what? D? All the above? Okay, I kind of like a D.
I don't think-
Why most of the questions answers.
We need to ask the people who do it, not me. Blank laws are designed to help drivers identify who may proceed first
B. B.
when more than one vehicle approach an intersection.
I hear it. Yeah.
Huh?
B. B.
B, right of way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Question 3, a certificate of a motor vehicle titles is what?
B. A. B.
What does the title of the car shows?
D.
Title?
Who is the owner of that car? So basically, it's registration or the title.
Why do we need that?
I'll check it.
Because when you get pulled over, the first thing police officer will ask you is registration, insurance, and your license. The reason why they ask registration is that they want to find out whether that car is stolen or not. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It said motor vehicle. I thought it was the motorcycle.
Which of the following situations describes reckless driving behavior?
D.
The all the above? Yeah.
So I just have to remember all the extra. What if he switches like he mixed it up? There's no way. That's all.
yeah,
all the way. Guys, don't give him what you think.
Yeah. He's gonna mix it up.
Most states have blood
D.
alcohol
D.
concentration.
D. No, it's D. C.
Under 21.
Under 21. Yep, C is the correct answer.
Yeah, me too. It's I said I just saw the under 21.
Chapter 7 questions. Blank vision is the 5-degree cone representing only 3% of the driver total visual field.
A. Central vision is a factor. Oh.
It is A, central vision.
Saddle central. Huh?
The distance ahead, don't get confused this question with the earlier question. The distance ahead that you search as you drive is your
B. B. Visual scope. B. It has to be. B.
visual
They're
lead.
the same thing though.
That's what I give you a warning. Don't get confused with the earlier question. So this is
But D. What is the difference between scope and lead?
completely visual, you will come to see it. Drivers should search at least seconds ahead. D,
A.
D or A or B.
A. What? So 3 times. No, last time one of them was 2 to 4, 3 to 4.
Yeah,
I remember.
The following distance is 3 to 5 seconds. I mean 4 to 5 seconds.
That's how far apart you just stay.
Yeah, when you're following another car behind you. So the search at least, so when you're driving straight, it's called line of sight. That's how far you need to be looking ahead.
20 to 30?
Yes, as you.
I do that. Let's just say the yellow light over there.
Question 4. Drivers should maintain a visual control zone of at least.
A.
C. D. No.
Say.
A.
C.
No, not D.
C.
D again. Oh,
Guys, the number should be using like every rule.
the same numbers every single time.
So which means you guys need to review chapter 7.
Chapter 7.
Yeah, probably. To effectively search the total traffic scene, drivers should monitor the area.
D.
B.
D.
So if it says the total traffic, you should monitor the-
D.
Why not look everywhere?
Yeah.
You have to be looking basically everywhere, 360 degrees. Chapter 8 questions. A closing probability is when driving.
A.
D. Oh.
C.
A. I think it's
C.
A.
Say C.
D.
said
I-
D. He said C.
D. I said D. Yeah. It can be D. I shit.
So the answer is B. So closing probability basically means another vehicle might move closer as they move along the projected path of travel. But this kind of question is kind of tricky, so I don't know, it might not even be in there. Adjusting your speed to address one hazard at a time is called what?
A. Compromise.
A.
D. A. Compromise.
D.
Oh, never mind, oh.
They separate. Wait, adjusting your speed to adjust.
You separate.
You separate between the two dangers. You choose the one that is a less danger. Remember, we mentioned in the class, if you were to hit a bicycle, if you had a choice to hit a bicycle or a car, which one would you hit? The car, exactly. When you are driving, it is most difficult to control the space that you,
A.
No, you're back, but didn't say back.
rear is the back, yes. A. In a traffic, the best way for you to provide an emergency escape path is to maintain adequate space to the
A.
D,
A, B, C, D.
it's either T or A.
Side, C,
A.
C, side.
it's D.
Side, D, side. You can't control your
Yeah,
side.
it was an A or D because.
Yeah.
You have control of the car if,
You can stay away from the vehicle, but you can't avoid the vehicle coming too close.
so it says in a traffic, the best way for you to provide an emergency escape, you have control of how close to get to that car, how far to stay away from that car. Last question for chapter. This is similar to the other question, the probability thing.
B. Give up, yeah, B. I think.
B.
Yeah. Stop me now.
Chapter 9.
We're only at 9. We're only at like 12 or something.
No.
Most states require a driver to signal at least
100.
blank. Yep, that's easy, 100 feet.
Yeah, I know you kept saying it.
When preparing to turn, you should
I remember this
B.
question.
Brake as you begin turning. A. The what?
No.
Wait,
Wait, you're preparing to turn, you should brake on the shift on your.
so you should slow down. Now translate that into
Yeah, you should
A,
slow
A,
down.
A, A.
Yeah, slow
A.
down, right? You slow down.
Brake.
Yeah.
as you begin to
So I was right. A.
D. Yeah. Oh.
you should complete your brake. You should slow down before you turn.
How would you brake as you begin to turn? You're just not gonna move. You're just gonna be turning them.
When reversing direction, you should consider,
D.
that's easy, all the above.
When you see all the above, it's just all the above.
He puts that on. Gotta read it though. We still gotta read
You still gotta read it, but most of the time.
You can be, your blank can be used to help you know how far forward to pull into a parking space.
A. A or B?
This is one of the reference points.
A.
Yes. Air side mirrors.
Think about the lot.
When parking uphill next to a curb, you should turn your front wheels.
Away from the curb.
Uphill is away from the curb.
It's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, away from the curb.
You
This
said that a lot of
is
times.
one of those kind of questions where you will see in the knowledge set as well.
Yes.
Chapter 10.
D, all the above.
Yeah.
D.
All the above. I'll be surprised if somebody else just chooses all the above everything.
Why would it have all the above if it's not all the above?
There was last class, I had one of the students. So the tests are exactly the same. But in reality, your test and her test are not exactly the same. There's two different versions. So your number 1 might be her number 10 or number 18. Or your number 18 might be her number 32. So two people were sitting together and one was just copying each other. So the guy who was copying got actually 22%.
I would be sad if I got that low. If the
What
lowest,
about the other one?
I don't got 100%.
oh, that's good, that's good.
So, in crashes involving a passenger vehicle and a motor vehicle, usually motor vehicle is at fault.
False.
What do you guys?
False.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is false. Which of the following statement is true regarding sharing the road with large trucks?
A,
All the above.
no, we can't.
It's A and B. It's B and they have a lot of like blind spots.
It's B, it's B. But they also do stop
Yeah.
in less distance.
Yes, so it's A and B.
There's many.
Oh, trucks do not stop and they take longer. This is the opposite.
Oh, this is less than, I said it, I thought.
Yeah, they
Less
take.
distance.
So what is the answer?
B, B. Half of.
Yes, the answer is B.
I thought it said longer distance.
Driving courtesy is important as you share the road with,
B.
as we said, D, all the above.
Yeah.
You don't even need to read the answer. You should be careful on the test. Drivers of a passenger vehicle are at significant risk of a serious injury and death when colliding with
A, train.
train. That is correct. Yeah. If you get accident with the trains, nothing's gonna be left of your body. Unless if you're a 400-pound like me. Chapter 11. By design, intersections are risky because
What does that mean?
intersections are very dangerous because all the above.
No, A. The traffic signals might not always work. That's possible.
A goes next to the other one.
B. Okay, D. Pedestrians, because of pedestrians.
Okay, I think it's B or D. C, B, C.
So let's analyze this question. So it's saying that by design, intersections are risky, or i.e. they are dangerous because
B.
pedestrians typically cross the road and the street quickly.
No, C. Yeah, yes.
Cars coming from every angle, cars coming from every direction. Intersections type include
D, controlled and uncontrolled.
Yeah, D.
Yeah, D. So there are controlled intersection where there is lights, stop signs, yield, and there are uncontrolled intersection where there's nothing. Successfully navigating intersections involve what? D, all the above. It's obvious.
What? I didn't see it. That was actually.
It's obvious. Number 4, an important difference between expressways and freeways is that expressways feature intersections, whereas freeways use what?
D.
This is a little bit confusing. So which means
Interchange. What does that mean?
it's a little bit confusing, which means we throw off. The 3 main parts of a freeway driving are what?
C.
C.
Getting on, driving on,
Getting off.
getting off. I mean, what is the difference between getting on and driving on? Isn't it the same thing?
No, getting on is getting on the freeway, driving on it, then getting off on your exit. Those are 3 different things.
Uh, I agree. Okay, chapter 12, questions.
Breath alcohol can, no, blood alcohol concentration.
So which is, what is the answer? All the above.
D.
Then the B, oh, it's breath.
D.
First one comes.
Number 2, alcohol is what? You sure?
A.
A, B, C, D. What's alcohol?
Alcohol.
C. I'm telling you it's C.
Yeah, it is C.
You said that, say it, say it, please.
Huh? The first ability to be impaired by alcohol or other drugs is what? C? Two friends, they're gonna fail the test miserably, and I'll be very happy. Huh? Yeah, two. I said two friends sitting next to each other, they will fail the test miserably, and I'll be very, very happy. Factors that affect how high a drinker's BAC reaches includes
D.
D, A, and C? Yes, that is correct. There's a little bit of confusion. It takes the body on average approximately how long to eliminate the alcohol contained in one drink?
Third one. One fourth and one half.
We need to fix it. So it's supposed to be C then. Let's fix it. Okay, let's just continue. I don't want it to. What happened?
Trying to put A, B, and C.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but it messed up everything. What chapter were we?
Well,
All right, let me just do this and then get to my chapter 12.
That's that one.
Yep. So just assume, let me do my Zoom thing. Assume number one is A, and then B, and then C. I was supposed to put A, B, and C, but I just forgot probably. So it takes 1.5, so 1 hour to 1.5 hours for the body to get rid of the alcohol.
It's C.
Yes, it is C. So chapter 13. People who are driving while affected by marijuana will.
Oh, and it's three. And it's still early.
What do you guys think?
B. B. B, that's B.
Yeah. The other ones are just good stuff.
It is B, yes.
Better.
Combining one or more drugs can cause a synergistic effect on your body, meaning
A,
the combined effect is greater than the sum of the two effects. Question 3. A driver can legally drive after consuming marijuana.
D, none of the above.
Yeah, none of the above. Yeah, you cannot drive while you are intoxicated. Who is the ultimate responsible?
C, you, the driver.
Yes, you are the driver. Prescription medicines and over-the-counter drugs can reduce your ability to drive safely by D, or the above as usual. That was chapter 13. So
14.
that's how much I had, but I will go over the other ones, so you guys will have the answers, even though you'll see the answers, but I just didn't have a time to.
I think I got like 4 wrong.
I think for me to pass, I need someone to read the question.
You should know, like, I actually like if it's like this, I'll do it.
You see how much it was? I'll
Like, it's actually
like,
this is pretty easy.
like when I read it by myself, I just like lose focus or like it doesn't stay in my head.
So here is chapter 14. It's not in a PowerPoint. Hopefully I will include the PowerPoint one day. So the 3 categories of destruction includes visual, manual, and mental.
Yeah,
So
that's what I remember from yesterday.
how can being distracted affect the core skills needed to drive safely?
Yeah, they're for us.
I'm giving you the answer here because I didn't do in a PowerPoint slide. So at least you guys will have this when you're studying the answers.
All the above.
Where are we gonna get this somewhere?
It's gonna be on YouTube. As soon as I'm done with the class, I'll upload it there.
D.
So D is, so basically when you are using your phones, it's very dangerous. After using voice command on the vehicle and phones to make a call, send text, change music, mental distance can last up to how many seconds? 27 seconds. Question 4. I'm going to separate them so it's easier. The most effective way to prevent becoming distracted by a cell phone while driving is putting your phone on to do not disturb mode. So C. Question 5. If you encounter a suspect distracted driver, your first step should be what? Put more space between you and the driver, and you can do this by either slowing down, so let that person passes you. Chapter 15 is the chapter we just did it. Let's just go over it again. So it's going to be just as a recap. According to the research, approximately how many drivers who crashes after falling asleep did not detect any sign of drowsiness before crashing? So 50% of the drivers don't even know that they are feeling asleep or drowsiness. The most experienced energy, most people experience energy dip between approximately midnight and 6 a.m. and again from approximately 2 to 4 p.m. Question 3. People aged 12 to 18 need between 9 and 9.5 hours of sleep each night. So the answer is D. Question 4. Blank occurs, road rage. So C, road rage occurs when a driver uses a vehicle or some other object to threaten or cause harm to another road user as a result of traffic incident. A lot of students, they confuse between road rage and aggressive driving. So make sure you guys understand the difference between the two. And then the last question for chapter 15 is, blank is an effective way to remain awake when drowsy behind the wheel. None of the above. Nothing can help you except taking a nap and getting enough sleep. So this is chapter 16. You guys need to be focused. These are what's going to be on the extra credit points. It is raining hard and your vision is so limited that you cannot see the edge of the road. There is no rest stop or parking lot in the side. What is your best course of action? So the best thing you can do is to pull over and sleep or take a nap. Don't try to push to the last exit or say, I'm gonna do to the last minute driving. Which of the following vehicles is especially prone to break loose when traveling on the downhill road? So the question basically is, what type of vehicles or what cars usually they lose brakes, they lose control of their cars when going downhill? Sometimes they can't even brake. Trucks, because they are heavy and the gravity is pulling them down. Blank increase the risk when driving in a low light or nighttime conditions. Glare, narrow sight vision, impaired drivers. So the answer is all the above. Question 4. What is that? How does that? Grim can reduce headlight effectiveness by as much as 90%. Question 5. As few as inches of water can cause you to lose control of your vehicles Answer is B, 6 inch. Chapter 17, hydroplaning occurs when water between the tires and the road builds up until the tires begin to rid on the film of water, resulting in a traction loss. So hydroplaning basically means when the road is wet. So sometimes they'll ask you what is hydroplaning when the road is wet, and then sometimes they'll tell you what do you call when the road is wet? Hydroplaning. So sometimes they're interchangeable. To avoid crashes, you can use all the above. And blank escape occurs when your front tires loses contact with the road surface. So under steer. B, if you begin to skid, the best response is what? So if you're slippery in your car, the best response will be continue to look straight and steer where you want to go. And also you need to let your foot off the gas. So when you are slippering, you do not want to hold the brake. So you have to let the gas off, let the car slow down by itself without pressing the brakes, and just keep holding the steering wheel. If you believe that your brakes have failed, your first action should be what? Pump the brakes for several times so that it builds up pressure and eventually it will stop. Chapter 18, vehicles use the greatest amount of fuel when accelerating, when you're pressing the gas, when you're accelerating. Question 2, blank should be considered when purchasing tire. So the tire quality, tread life, traction rates, and all the above. Question 3, recommended air pressure can typically be found on D, A, and B, so in the owner's manual and also on the placard typically located on the driver's door jamb. Question 4, to be safe to use your vehicle's tires should be a minimum depth of tread, 4th and 12th inch. B, engine oil should be changed according to the maintenance schedule in your owner's manual. Any questions? Actually, they're only chapter 18. Any questions? So I will go ahead and upload this on YouTube so you guys can watch tonight, tomorrow. Just make sure you guys come tomorrow prepared. So make sure you guys bring your, let me stop this thing. Actually, there's no chapter 19. Oh, no, I don't want to leave that. No, let me stay there for a minute. Just give me 1 second. Let me stop. How do I stop that? Okay.